Welcome.
Well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. So you're the first CEO of Semtech to visit our event, so it's really great to have you here. You started 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But I think the audience would love to know a bit about your history. The first thing I noted about your biography was that you're an electrical engineer.
Right.
So I think that's a good thing. That's very exciting. But yeah, we would love to learn kind of who are you and
great.
How do you?
Yeah, as you said, good morning. This is Hung Ho. I became the CEO of Semtech about 100 days ago, but I was a board member, and I'm still a board member, a year prior to that, so I know the company pretty well. I'm a technologist by training. I spent probably 10, 15 years in the academic world. I'm probably one of the few worked in national labs, 3 different countries, China, Japan, and the US. Worked at AT&T, Bell Laboratory as well. But I get into the commercial world and worked in the communications and photonics for about 28 years. So prior to joining Semtech, I worked at Intel for 5 years and in charge of the business group in Ethernet and cloud networking. So it's a very exciting time, as you said, right time, right place. Yeah. I feel that way. I've joined Semtech. I hope I bring the right skill set to lead the company to the next step. Yeah. So really exciting to, within my 100 days, to get this chance and join the Things Conference and visit the LoRa community and get a chance to talk to many of you throughout the day. And then look forward to working with you in the future, too.
Thanks. Well, we're honored to have you here. So thanks a lot for coming over all the way.
Thank you.
So you said, you're in your first 100 days. And then, of course, you was already a board member. So looking at the entire portfolio of all the different chips and types of silicon that you make, what was your first impression about LoRa? And how was how did you learn into it, and how did you experience that?
Yeah, so in my first 100 days, first of all, Semtech has a pretty broad product portfolio. We have done the in-depth review of the portfolio. LoRa is one of the bright spots, and I really love the technology. It has demonstrated tremendous potential. It got a very comprehensive ecosystem to push the technology from the concept to product to now an industry. We continue to be very excited about LoRa, and this is one of the areas we will continue to invest and committed to expanding the product portfolio and continue to innovate and support the ecosystem. So I have been learning LoRa, and that's not my area, but I think I can do installation of your gateway without a hard hat.
Yeah. You'll get one. So you're not leaving without one.
No, that's a great technology. And I also right before I got here, I visited our design center in Neuchâtel in Switzerland. And over the last about a month or so, we've been doing very in-depth review on the technology and product roadmap. And we identified some opportunities, some gaps, and I'm committed to providing the resources and to continue to innovate and supporting ecosystem by providing key building blocks and the enablement capabilities.
Yeah. That's really great to hear this commitment. Mm-hmm. Semtech has always been a main supporter with all kinds of tools and initiatives. Maybe it's already too early to dive into this, but so kind of how do you see this moving forward? What kind of innovation directions can you already share? Is there something that
Yeah.
that we can look forward to?
So I am still learning, but the opinions continue to evolve. But I'm very proud. Semtech, as the inventor of the LoRa technology, over the last decade, has pushed the product in a building block and enabled the industry in develop many applications, right? We're very successful in smart metering and now, connected spaces. There's a lot of good use cases. And in the future, the tracking, asset tracking, we wanted to provide more technology to make the integration easier. Yeah. And so to unlock the potential of this to help to proliferate the LoRa technology for many different applications. We welcome your feedback to what's needed and what impeding you for further expansion and the penetration of this technology to the industry. Then we take your input, incorporate it into our roadmap, and develop next generation product. For now, we have some, really, I believe, very robust roadmap to enable the new applications that based on the feedback we have received. Yeah. Yeah. This fundamentally to make the integration easier and adding more features to it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very interesting. I showed some slides on what analysts predict, like this very steady growth going forward. Do you have like a specific vision on not kind of 5 years from now, for 10 years from now? What if I would look back 9 years when we started in 2015? I bought a Curlink gateway. Yeah, that's one of the leaders in the gateway market. And the beauty of LoRaWAN is that that's still on my roof. And if I buy kind of a brand new device now, it still works flawlessly with that base station. So I think a lot of people in the ecosystem, they are confident in this long-term strategy that Semtech has with LoRa. Yeah. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any adoption. And they're sometimes a bit scared of like the amount of new changes and releases that come within, for instance, a cellular segment. Mm-hmm. So what's your vision on that? Like, how do you kind of like, is this something you're embracing, as we just say, hey, like 10 years from now, we still want to have that story, we want to innovate fast, like where do you want to?
I think, we understand, my understanding is, there's no one cookie cutter solution for all the industry challenges, right? LoRa technology provides a very unique capability, the long range, low power, low latency. Yeah. We got to think about applications in this area, in the high sensitivity, right? So we continue to look at it, what the different things, different requirements we can use for some unique applications. And it has been very robust from the technology platform. What I wanted to really is in the next 5 years to identify the key applications, work with the ecosystem partners to provide more enablement. What we can do to provide more building blocks from IC, even software point of view, to enable the industry adopt a solution faster. And I think that can be one differentiation that provided by Semtech going into the next 5-10 years. Yeah,
no, definitely. If you look already what the firmware and the software that's being widely used, I think many of the device makers use Semtech reference designs and software, and
right.
That's I think how I always like to describe it is that LoRa is cracking a lot of different nuts, but you're giving me another. It's that you're saying it's a diverse cookie cutter, so that's
right.
That's great to hear. So you mentioned that you're here to kind of learn from the ecosystem, so kind of learn kind of all the different nuts that are being cracked, kind of like. So I literally, and after 9 years, still got kind of excited and energized about like that somebody figures out a new solution. I mean, can you share a bit, kind of like, what kind of like stories have you heard about end users which really got you excited?
Yeah, so when I learned the LoRa technology and what can be done, I'm learning new things and getting more and more excited. And for example, Monday, when I was in Neuchâtel in Switzerland, that's where our R&D team of the LoRa IC design is, and I met with the EcoStar Marco, and he drove by and showed that it can use the end device even without a line of sight, talk to the EcoStar satellite, and getting a very high signal. It's just very fascinating. It's hard to believe that they're 36,000 kilometers away, and we have that sensitivity, and you can do this tracking really, really nicely, and it's just fascinating. I feel like the application is boundless, and had boundless opportunities in there. We can turn on our innovation juice to develop new applications, and I feel like this industry has evolved from like the hobbyist things in the beginning over the last decade, develop into a sizable industry, right? But going forward, we should not be afraid of sharing the successful story. There's tremendous, as you said, the total cost of ownership benefits for using this technology, tremendous opportunities to reduce the cost in the factory automation, in the connected spaces. And asset tracking can be another very fascinating area to improve the productivity in a lot of things. So those are the things every day I'm hearing new use cases. I'm hearing the success stories.
Probably today you hear more than one. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's why I wanted to cover as much ground as possible today, walk on the show floor and talking to the leaders of the ecosystems. And I'm very excited.
That's good. That's great to hear. And I mean, kind of like here at the event, maybe there's 1% of kind of our developer ecosystem, but many of them are looking online, and it's great that you share this with them. And I think everybody knows how to get in touch with Semtech. They have an FAE they can talk about, so they can get in touch as well, even if you're watching online. So this ecosystem in here and where we originate from is all LoRa and LoRaWAN. But how we kind of do our sales as a company is very consultative, right? We will never push LoRa or kind of in a way where it either doesn't fit or where just the other technology is better. We many times a week we say, hey, go buy use cellular, go use Bluetooth. Because just that feature. Now, you as Semtech have a broader portfolio. So how do you how do you see that? I mean, this crowd is here because of IoT, but everybody that's in IoT use different technologies. But you have like a wide portfolio to offer as well on that.
That's right. So we got a broader portfolio to solve the IoT challenges in cellular and LoRa in LoRaWAN. So certainly we're not pushing for a particular technology because I do believe every technology was developed and exists and thriving for a good reason. So we'll depend on the users and special use cases, but we will be developing the enabling blocks and from the hardware and software point of view to make the integration easier, to make you do your job better. I myself am proud of 20-some colleagues from Semtech here, so feel free to interface with them. We got a global application engineering coverage to help proliferating this technology, serving the customer needs. We'll continue to do that and expand our team. And ultimately, application speaks for itself, right? They will choose the right technology for right applications. We are here to provide all the different enablement, different technology to enable that.
Great. Thanks. Do you have any last remarks? Kind of like we want to share. I mean, you have a big booth there, so people find you there. But yeah,
that's right. We got a big booth, but this is my first time. I can assure you, it wouldn't be my last time to be here. And I really look forward to getting to know you, getting to know your application, share your successful story so that the whole industry will flourish. And we will be backstopping you, and by developing, continue to innovate to get the new technology. Give us feedback on what are the bells and whistles you wanted to add into the IC capabilities, into the software capabilities. We'll continue to support you and continue to innovate. This is a great industry. I'm really excited to be here, really excited to work with you in the future as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Yes.